So it's wonderful to have this session and be a part. We are from Enable India, and we are going to we have named our session Amara Kusha. Amara Kusha is a Sanskrit word. It means that the immortal treasure. Immortal treasure is a philosophic phrase, and that is something on which we are going to have our journey today. So let me introduce myself first, and then my colleagues would introduce. My name is Sayomdeb Mukherjee, and I work in Enable India for last 4.5 years. At this point in time, I am responsible for the vertical where certain kind of research and development takes on happening, and also I am a startup mentor, and I identify assistive solutions for people with disabilities to be implemented. So this is me. Now I will hand over my microphone to Soma, and Soma, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, hi, good morning. So, yeah, I'm Shoma, and I am from Kolkata, and I'm a special educator. I will not say I was a special educator because I believe that once a teacher, I will always be a teacher. So I am a special educator. I used to teach at Indian Institute of Cerebral Palsy, Kolkata for the last 9 years. Then last year I have joined Enable India in a project called Project Discovery, and I am managing that project now. And I love working with the community, knowing their story, their small innovations that they are making every day. So that is me, and I will hand over this mic to Abir Bhakta now, who is my colleague. Okay, over to you, Abir.
Hello, my name is Abhi. I am from Kolkata. Now, at last time, previous organization also IICT, same. And last 15 years as same professional. And right now working at Enable India, Assistive technology. Thank you. And hand over to Sayomdeb Mukherjee.
So yeah, so then just a thought that we would like to audio describe ourselves also for the accessibility. So I don't know if that's the common practice that we follow everywhere, because we also have in our sessions we also have our VI friends, and so for that I am Shoma. Like I would say I'm 6 feet tall. That I really wanted to be, and very very slim. That is not never going to happen. So yeah. So I'm Shoma, I'm wearing a sari, red colored sari, and I love accessories, so I'm wearing a very heavy neck piece, and I use specs, and I am 5'4", so that's me. Thank you so much, because we all, so it's like inclusion and accessibility we talk about, right? But for that, we need to include everyone, and I don't know if there are any deaf participants in our session, because we don't see sign language interpreter. So if someone is there who needs sign language interpretation or that accessibility, so please let us know. We'll add in something for that also. So thank you so much.
Okay, let me describe myself also. I know that there are people with visual impairment here in this room. So I am a wheelchair user. I sit on my wheelchair. My back is bent like a C. I am wearing off-white t-shirt and deep colored trouser, and I am carrying a bag on my shoulder, and I am I use my wheelchair with my legs. I cannot use my hands because my hands are curved and it has only 20% functionality. So I use my legs to, I call it walking with my wheelchair. I walk with my wheelchair. So that's my audio description for our friends with visual impairment.
So without further ado, I think we should go ahead with our today's discussion. So then you would like to start? And, okay.
Sure. So, I think the battery is low, so it's like saying red. I'm very, like in Bengali there is a word, so in Bengali we call it microphone mic. So I'm very mic, so it's like I don't need a microphone for this small gathering. I don't need a mic, so I'm very mic in that way.
Neither do I.
So that's
Neither do I.
And if someone is thinking also that if someone feels that we are very loud, we are very, we are going very fast and the light is also very bright, so you can just ask us. We'll ask our volunteers to have that accessibility as well, because we know that when you are saying accessibility, it should be everywhere. It should be in every aspect. That
I might be very fast speaking. I might be very loud in speaking. So we'll take care of that as well. So okay, we'll go ahead with our session. So I would like to start with asking if someone can give us some quick words and we'll write it down, that when you registered for today's session, there was something in your mind, right? That I would know about this from today's session. This is my thought, this is my question, this is my asks, and what first I would say word or like a phrase came to your mind when you saw the topic for today's session? What was the first thought? And we'll write it down quickly so that end of the session we can say that how many points we have covered. Maybe you are thinking something, we are saying something. We don't want to do that. So our time is not wasted. So can we go ahead with that then?
Yeah.
So he's Den. He's very notoriously known as Den. So I will refer him as Den, not Sayomdeb Mukherjee. So I will not say famously, very notoriously, known as Den. Over to you.
Yeah. As Soma told that we would like to have some understanding of your expectation from this session. If you can tell, just randomly I'll ask 5, then I will randomly point to people who have to come up with their expectation from the session. 1, 2, any volunteers? 3,
anything can be your
4,
mind. Okay.
yes, very right. Please.
One word, sentence, phrase, anything. So that we will do that.
So the word bite was what came to me after looking at the title of today's session. So usually it's for disabled, for the caregivers. But
Very nice.
in the title there was bite. So
Wow.
Do I have to count 5 again to get another volunteer? This time I reduce the number to 3.
And thank you for making that a point.
1, 2, any hands? I can't see any hand, I have to point to people.
Otherwise, I will just go and force you to say something.
See, this works. Thread always works.
In the similar spirit, I thought that assistive devices designed by people with disability would offer even deeper insights into what human-centered design should be for assistive devices.
Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful. Now I want the next table. 2% from the next table, please. Good. Come on, Mike. No, this table, then that table.
So users, the end users know well about the needs of what they needed. The end users, the caregivers, they know well about what is exactly needed, they need. So they're devising the assistive devices, then it will suit the exact need of the person. So we expect such designs from this workshop.
Thank you. One more person from this table? Yeah, the end, right end. Excuse me, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, even I was first inspired by that, by word and the title. But now this title is also quite, I am getting curious, what is this immortal treasure, and I want to know about this too.
Thank you. Okay. Automatically, I don't have to say anymore. Anybody? We have a volunteer here.
Again, I was very curious. The caregiver, like the personalization that will happen with the caregiver comes in is something that
Yeah, nice. No more threatening any people.
Hi, sir. I am a student at BITS Goa, and we are working on making science labs accessible for visually impaired students. So in this process, we are actively trying to ensure that the actual ideation or the actual application of the technology really comes from the end user, which is visually impaired students and their educators, and possibly their parents as well. So we are trying to understand how we can possibly do that, and that's what made me curious about this.
Thank you.
You're from
Now-
So you're designing the science lab for students like kids or big school also? School students, no, okay. So just have a word with us after this also. So we know the perfect person to speak to.
Thank you for this opportunity. I'm also really excited, me and my friends, sorry. We are from Bhutan, and I come from a college of engineering, and we have a small Fab Lab CST, so I'm really looking forward to small things that we can start up at Fab Lab CST since we're just 1 year old, especially training our young engineering students, because we are very new to this, and I feel like you have a lot of experience and projects to share with us. And even after this workshop, it would be a pleasure to connect to you and have connections with you. Thank you.
Anytime, anytime.
Okay, so we just go with the flow now.
Yeah. So this would be our alignment point. We will try to align our topic with the whatever you have the expectation for, and we will try to take forward this particular program in just this way. This was a trailer, because we don't believe in one-sided blabbling. We will continuously come to you and get into the day, ask you, and co-create with you.
Yeah, so it's like that, like he said, it's just the trailer. I think I don't have a luck with the mic today. So it's like picture abhi baki hai.
Okay.
So we'll go with the next slide, please. So yeah, so you want to yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have just divided into 3 parts. At this point, we are going to Prathama. Prathama means first, where we are going to introduce the topic, we are going to introduce the foresight, then Jugalbandi. You will see what is Jugalbandi, how solutions can be made into a Jugalbandi way. Then Rahi. Rahi is the roadmap that we might all take for the journey of assistive solutions. Shoma, would you like to take it forward now?
Sure. So like we all said, no, it's working now. Like we all said, first session is Prathama. So would you like to? We would like to start with video, a story. So okay, something is really wrong with that mic. So a story, because we all love hearing stories, watching stories, and the stories that you have heard as kids, it's still there. I remember them. I don't remember a lot of things that happened yesterday, but what happened, I have read a story, I can remember that. So we'll start with a video, because I would say, okay, after we watch the video, we'll
say where the video came from and all. Yeah, please.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम अनिल कुमार अमरावत है। मैं अलीगढ़ उत्तर प्रदेश का रहने वाला हूँ। मैं एक स्पाइन कोर्ड इंजरी वाला व्यक्ति हूँ। इंजरी के बाद आर्थिक रूप से खुद को मजबूत करने के लिए मैंने एक खाता निकाला और एक ट्राईसाइकिल के द्वारा मैं अपने पूरे सामान को वोटर आईडी कार्ड या किसी तरह का प्रिंटिंग और ऑनलाइन जो भी सर्विसेज हैं, जो भी काम है उसको करता हूँ। उसके लिए मैं मेरा ट्राईसाइकिल और व्हीलचेयर का उपयोग करके उस पर मेरा लैपटॉप, प्रिंटर, कीबोर्ड और ज़रूरत की जो भी सामग्री है मैं साथ में कैरी करता हूँ। और कोई भी जगह जाके, चाहे वो ब्लॉक हो, ऑफिस, कोई ऑफिस हो या बैंक हो या कलेक्ट्रेट ऑफिस हो या कॉलेज हो, स्कूल हो, जहाँ पे मैं ऑनलाइन सर्विसेज दे सकूँ, ऑनलाइन कुछ काम करके उससे कुछ अर्निंग का स्रोत बना सकूँ, उसके लिए मैं अपने दुकान को कहीं पे लेके भी जाता हूँ और उसके साथ काम करता हूँ, जिससे कि मैं ना केवल फिजिकली बल्कि इकोनॉमिकली रूप से भी इंडिपेंडेंट हूँ। और जो भी चीज़ें हैं जिसकी सहायता मैं लेता हूँ, जैसे कि लैपटॉप, प्रिंटर, कीबोर्ड, माउस या इन्वर्टर, बैटरी और ज़रूरत की जो चीज़ें जिसके माध्यम से मैं वो काम को आसानी से कर सकूं, वो सारी सामग्री मैं साथ में कैरी भी करता हूँ। और इस प्रकार से मैं अपने रोजी रोटी को अच्छे से मैनेज कर पा रहा हूँ। बहुत ऐसे लोग हैं जो सोचते हैं कि हम दिव्यांग हो गए, अभी हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते, तो उनके लिए एक अवसर है कि वो भी इस तरह के काम का अगर उनके पास नॉलेज है और वो कर सकते हैं, तो वो भी इस तरह की चीज़ें अपना करके खुद को इकोनॉमिकल रूप से इंडिपेंडेंट बना सकते हैं। धन्यवाद।
So for the language, I know it's in Hindi. So he is a person with spinal cord injury, and after he became a wheelchair user and he got that injury, so he has to earn his livelihood, right? He can't stay at home, and he is from a very rural part of India. He is from Uttar Pradesh, Aligarh. So what he did, it's just for the language I am saying that what he did, he made some adaptation in his wheelchair, where he has put up his computer. There is a table thing like that, where he can put his laptop, printer. There is a battery for backup. So, and it's a mobile Aadhaar card center like that. And he can print, he can take printouts and all. So that's his livelihood. That's his employment. He makes an earning out of that. So I would like to ask, and it came from, like we said now, it's by PPWDs. So it came from a user, it came from a person who has became a wheelchair user, and then he has to earn money for his family. So I would like to ask you, what can be his thoughts when he came out with this solution? So he has made it himself. He thought about this earning, he thought about this employment opportunity himself, and he came up with it because he know that I know this bit. So what can be his thinking when he came up with that solution? Can we just come out with words, not sentences also, like words? What was his thinking when he came up with this solution that I will earn money like that? What was his thoughts? What can be thoughts about behind this solution, I would say? That person must have felt that, okay, I am stuck, I don't have any other employment option available in my area, but I have to, that I have to do something. I can do something, I have to do something. Just like I have to do, like you said, I do. So I have to do something. So he came up with his own solution, his own design, and he's earning money. He's earning his livelihood. He's earning money. So that's the thing we want to establish. That okay, it's by people with disabilities, and where all these videos and all these solutions are coming from. So we at Enable India, we are working in a project called Project Discovery, and that has started in 2020, where we try to communicate, try to reach out to people, and we want to know their story, their problems, and what solutions they are coming up with. It's not something that they are buying from market. They are designing the solution from themselves. It can be anything. It can be a very small, it can be a rubber band. We'll see, it can be a potato. So that is becoming the assistive solution, assistive aids for them. And that's how it all started. And working on that project, we realized more and more, we are realizing more and more every day that how, that buy word is very important. It's not for them. It should be for them, by them. That's the convention, right? Yeah.
So here, the problem statement, we use some jargons like problem statement, and when we use the word phrase problem statement, the problem statement that we could foresee, and he could foresee, and you could foresee what that could be. Okay. So what would be the problem statement or the solution that would come up in your mind?
Yeah. Okay. It's not taken.
That would come into your mind when we are mentioning that a person who has spinal cord injury, living in a second-tier city, having a family, needs to have means to execute his livelihood to support the family. What would be the solution visualization that you can have? Can you tell me? Let's exchange microphones.
Okay, so
We'll forget that one.
Yeah, like we said, like in the first, so we have very quickly, like we really would love to, keep on time. So we really quickly came to the last part of our first session, I'd say. That summary. The summary is when there is a need, like you said, when necessity is the mother of invention. When there is a need, the PWDs will come up with their own solution. So when we are, working or like going on with the session, we'll see that why we are actually very emphasizing on PWDs coming up with their own solution, why it is very important, and why we are speaking about all this in today's session. So that summary of Prathama, I would say that so PWDs, they will come up with their own solution, and if there is a need, there will be some innovation. Okay, yeah.
The innovations that are being made in the space of innovation, that we consider to be the space of innovation, sometimes are really difficult for the grassroots to relate to that. And that's why we miss out on the key nitty-gritties points. So could we have imagined that a tri-wheeler could be redesigned by the person, and every curve can be used to develop space which could bear weight in a nominal level, which can be integrated an electronic system to support, to cater to the livelihood? No, we can't. Because that person can. Because that person is seeing the tri-wheeler day in and day out. And he is understanding the weight bearing parts. He is understanding where the batteries can be placed. He is understanding what to be done to make it more user-friendly for himself and for others, so that he can move around. So this is the journey that we need to get embarked upon. So now we would move on to the next level, next part, which would be Jugalbandi. You may think that Jugalbandi can be a wonderful musical concert that we are going to have. Yeah, it's a musical concert, but not by any maestro, but Jugalbandi is with the key stakeholders in the room and the grassroots level. So that Jugalbandi that we miss out on, we are going to have that. So Soma would take it forward from here for the Jugalbandi part.
And another point that just came to my mind from the first session also, that whatever he has, he have to make a solution out of that. He can't buy anything. He has this tri-wheeler, he has this computer, he can make some tables like that. So whatever I have. Okay. Now in Jugalbandi, it's like it's been Jugalbandi from beginning only, but since we are calling it Jugalbandi, it's like we will create some solutions together. So we will give you some problem statements. There are 4 problem statements from different aspects of life. So we really work on 4 aspects. So we really look for solutions, and whatever solution we have, we found that it can be categorized in 4 categories, like daily living, workplace, social inclusion, and education and training. Everything can be, some can be in both the places and some can be in somewhere. So we have came up with some problem statements in these 4 categories. Yeah, please go ahead. So first problem statement, and I would love to ask all of you to be in, you can choose whatever problem statements you want to have, or you can be in 4 groups, because we actually ask for round tables.
We have 4 groups here.
Yeah, we 4 groups, and we actually ask for round tables also, but the city is like that, we can't have round tables. So we thought, okay, we'll go with the best, whatever we have, best out of whatever we have, we do that. So first problem statement is, you can imagine a wheelchair user often have difficulty carrying essential items while moving around, right? Because as they have to place them on their laps, these can be cumbersome and very uncomfortable. And if it falls down, the wheelchair user has to ask someone to take it from the ground. So which can be, like, it's against my dignity. I don't want to ask. I want to be independent, right? And it can be also make it difficult to maneuver the wheelchair. If something is on your lap, you are very, you have your tab on your lap. It's very expensive, and if it falls down, so okay, that I have to pay the company. So it's very. Then that person will be very, shaky to maneuver the wheelchair. I have to, what should I do? So that's the first problem statement. What that person can come up with a solution. What can that person come up with a solution? What solution that person can come up with, so that that person is free when he is maneuvering the wheelchair, carrying the essential items. Okay, that's first problem statement. It can be a workplace solution and a social inclusion solution also. So second is, children with intellectual disabilities often have difficulty with fine motor skills, such as holding a pencil and writing. This can make it difficult for them to learn to write and to participate in school activities. So you see, like, if I can't hold a pencil, how can I start writing? How can I even start scribbling? And these are all problem statements from our innovators and from very grassroots people. So they have come up with solution. We'll show the solution as well to you. But these are so would like to know your thoughts as well. So problem statement 3 is, people with physical disabilities, such as post-amputation, often face significant challenges in performing everyday activities, including mobility and household chores. This can lead to a loss of independence and a decrease in quality of life. That's the third problem statement. And fourth is, children with ADHD and autism often have impulsive behaviors that can interfere with their ability to concentrate and focus. These behaviors can include fidgeting, standing up and moving around frequently. We all know that. And these are 4 problems. You can choose anyone, any of the problem statement, and we'll give you 5 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. So he is giving you 10 minutes. I am a very, tough teacher. I will give you 5 minutes only. So the one who will come up with the solution fast, so it's like first come, first serve. I'm just joking. So you can pick any problem statement and you can come up with a solution. That what that person can be. I don't have a leg, I don't have a hand. How do I do my everyday activities? So there is a kid in the classroom who has this hyperactivity like behavior problem. So what can I do to calm him down so that he can sit for longer? So anything like there are no wrong answers. There are no wrong innovations. Everything you can actually come up. Someone can actually come up with some very good ideas. I am really looking forward because I am in Project Discovery. We are really searching innovations every day and all these small things.
Now is your time. So in next 5 to 8 minutes, if you can come up with certain answers to this problem statement, we'll just keep quiet. If you need any of us, we'll go to you, explain. Just call us, but please come up with some answers of solutions.
You can pick any problem statement.
You can pick any of them. It's up to you. You can pick 2 also. You can pick 4 also. So more solution, more some ideas from us, for us. Okay, I will be very quiet now. It's very difficult for me to be quiet.
Okay.
We have the first prize winner.
So basically, we'll have to share what we think about.
Any solution that
Yeah.
any of them can do.
So actually, I have seen in 2-wheelers that on motorbikes they have this small luggage compartment to the right, in the rear, next to the rear wheel, where they can keep some things. Yeah, so a similar such luggage compartment can be attached to the.
Can you write it down and we come back to you later? Because everybody needs to think about it.
Okay.
Note it down first.
Okay.
We'll come to you later because everybody should get the chance to think in peace.
Nobody is replicating your thoughts.
Yeah, that's what. It's a matter of copyright of the people. Intellectual property rights.
Then I really love, that my very young kids are very much excited about finding the solutions. ready? Yeah. We can start?
Okay,
Yeah.
let's start.
Yeah. I'll go there. I'll go there.
Sorry, ma'am. I'm audible.
Yeah.
I will take the fourth point.
We have solution.
Okay. Okay. Sure. That is where. Yeah. Please go ahead.
For the autistic children, first and foremost thing is sensitizing the children where they are working. Okay. And then the routine should be structured. Okay. And then there should be a less duration of things which is happening, and we can increase the frequency. These are all the 4 points which we have to keep in mind.
Okay.
Just the
Fantastic.
sensory issues that will trigger their behavior. So sensitizing them with some pictures also.
Okay.
Picture cues also
Okay.
will help.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Place where they are placed.
Yeah. And if I'd like to a little correct myself that he is sitting that I'll just go with he or she. So that kid is actually sitting and doing some activity, but he's that behavior is there. He's very fidgeting. So something like like something in that at that point of time we can do that. We'll calm him down.
Just stop. Hold the hand of the child.
Okay.
Just stop.
Okay.
Ask the child to breathe. You may think that the child won't understand, but the child will understand. You give the time. I'm giving you time. You take a break. Then I'll again release my hand. Then we will start.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Mike and I come from an institute called Work Trust. To carry essential things on a wheelchair, I've just come up with 5 ideas. One is already a tested one, we're having a pouch in the back seat. Another one is, we have seen in our cupboards a secret locker. So the same concept we could have where our seat is, we can have a seating there where you could open the thing where you're sitting and take out things. Many of the wheelchairs have a leg rest. So if it's a big leg rest, you could have a compartment there itself to open things and to use it. Another thing is, we have the armrest. So you can have a little bigger armrest with a compartment where you could open things and you could use them. The last is to have an attachment to your wheelchair at the back with a box on wheels. So you could easily bring it forward to you on the side, take the things and you can take it back and lock it. So these are the things that I thought.
Big hand.
Big hands for ma'am and for both. And we are noting it down also, but I would really love to have that paper also that we can take. Like that's our yeah. So that we will think about that. We'll ask someone else and they can actually make a design out of it. So let's see. Yeah.
And after this, we are going to show you what
the actual user. Yeah.
About the solution.
Yeah. What the actual user.
Problem statement, we all have solution. This 4 problem statement that we are using, we are having the solutions made from the community.
There will be one solution.
Just we are taking it to you so that we can turn your mind, see whether your thought is going with the thought of the people who are at the back end.
And also some new thoughts also we can, some new ideas, new innovations also. And okay, next, okay, I'll come to you, ma'am.
Okay, so hello everyone. So I was tasked to speak for our group here. So we'll pick case number 2 for children with disabilities with intellectual disabilities having problems with fine motor skills. So since it was mentioned there that there's a difficulty in holding a pencil, most probably it is because of the narrow diameter of the pencil or the pen. So maybe we can make some adaptations on the diameter of the pens or pencil. So we could give them an increased diameter so that they can have a good grasp of that initially, then maybe eventually train them to learn how to write with narrower diameter. Then as for the writing, maybe we can do some task modifications by maybe initially introducing simple tasks, because if we give them complicated tasks at first hand, it will be difficult for them to appreciate writing. So let them appreciate first how to do simple tasks, then later on increase the complexity of activities.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, thank you. Okay, at least I'm doing some exercise.
So we were also thinking for the same problem statement with intellectual disabilities and fine motor skills. So at Microsoft, where we work, actually we have a ludic design principle that we follow. So ludic design is basically you learn through play, and as they are children, play is something that is a very integral part of their life. So designing a toy or a game that uses fine motor skill, and when you use the fine motor skill, you get a reward. For example, it can be a simple task like just sliding one kind of a needle from this end to that end. When you slide it, there'll be something that the child likes to listen to or child likes to. So basically, yeah. So that is something that motivates the child to do it again and again. And it's a very simple task. Maybe we can increase the complexity later. But just to get them to use the fine motor skills, just to make them understand that they can use these fine motor skills, I think this can be.
It will develop their fine motor skill as well.
Yeah.
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 Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
We were discussing on the same. Yeah. So we both were discussing. So I have first-hand experience. My daughter has intellectual disability. So few of the challenges is in the grip. One is with the grip is hard. The second is hand-eye coordination is usually less. So that two are things. And as you rightly said, gamification is the solution. And in the gamification, it's not simple games. So I was thinking the things that I missed out. It can be like when the dots are connected, we can reduce the complexity, teach the pattern bit by bit. Another thing which I tried with her hand-eye coordination, the grip problem was there are things that you get to buy. That small grippers that you get, where broad, like what other person said, the broad pencil is the first thing. You have the big triangular crayons, then you go to the smaller crayons, and broader pencil. So we were thinking of a solution in the tablet where we were thinking the stylus being made larger, we have a gain, and plus we have a gripper on the stylus, so that you can actually work on.
So much, ma'am. And nobody has tried that amputation, that problem statement. Okay, yeah, please.
So, hello everyone, we represent Karunya University. So coming to problem statement number 3, we want to build a neural prosthetic which has a sensory feedback. So it can relay impulses back and forth by using RTDs and IR sensors and EMGs. And to relay the impulses back, I think we can use the BCA to get the impulses back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You would like to go ahead now?
Just like ma'am was saying, I have seen that there are some pencil holders available, like specifically designed to hold the pencil. So yeah, maybe that also can be tried to. And yeah, the one I was telling, the attachment to the right side, just like a motorbike, to just lift things and just pick it back.
Thank you so much, sir. Anyone else like to try? Okay, sure.
When I went to Amar Seva Sangam, I saw one small model over there. A person with a spinal cord injury person using the particular device. It's a small holder, so to hold the water bottle in the wheelchair. A small ring-like structure, they hold it on the wheelchair. It's easy for them to hold the water bottle in the wheelchair. The photo also I have.
Yeah, we contacted with. Yeah, I will come to you later.
Yeah, you have a very hard day
Because
today.
Amar Seva Sangam is our partner organization and our participant innovator in project discovery for last 2-3 years. You are organization have been featured in our newsletter as well. I have shared the newsletter with you as well. I think your organization, someone in your organization, not you, someone from your organization. So yeah.
So I'm not belong to Amaseva Sangam. I'm from NIEP Meditation Center, Chennai.
Oh, okay. So anyone else, or we will go with our innovator stories? Okay, sure.
Okay. I'm a product designer from NIT Hyderabad. Coming to problem statement 2, like all of you mentioned, I was also thinking the properties of M-Seal, how it gets soft when you mix both of them and then it becomes hard, right? So maybe we can make a customizable grip where they can feed their normal pencils into M-Seal grip, where they can make their customizable diameter, like you said, or like the texture they want. So it's more, I don't know, like customizable.
So yeah. Okay. So anyone else? Anyone else?
Now let's go and see the video.
Okay. Let's do some, little. Okay, we'll just watch the videos. No.
And I'm sitting here because I just want to. And I'm sitting here just wanted to see your expressions. Okay.
So first.
And if you like this channel, subscribe this channel.
So like you said, this is a project called Project Discovery, where we
Gather all the solution and all the problem statements that we are sharing are from those innovators, those grassroots people, our participants only. So this is like we said, like I will give a little context of this channel. So it started in 2020, and in last 3 years we have gathered 3,000 solutions from all over India. Very grassroots innovative solution. Nothing technology. Yes, then.
So last 3 years we have collected 3,180 solutions. This year the number has reached 4,520 solutions.
We just like 30th September was the last date. We are still working on it. We have got 1,400 solutions this year also. So it was like when it all started in May, I was crying every day that I will not get 200 solutions from all over India. And okay, luckily we got. So I'm very stress free now. Because date puts me a lot of stress. Because he has collected 3,000 solutions, I have to beat him. So after, like, we want to see everyone the solutions, right? And these are like, when we say solution, these are not technical solutions, these are very grassroots and what they are coming up with. And we want the world to see these solutions. So this is our open access data, and we are putting every solution in our database. We have started putting, and so that people can see. So we'll start with our second problem statement, because that is our celebrity solution. And we can, like the word I'm searching with is potato, so we can see that how it became a celebrity.
174 Excel formulas. Can you believe it? Yes, now you can use one.
इनकी एकेडमिक बहुत अच्छी है, परंतु यह अपनी हाथों की उंगलियों की वजह से सही रूप से पेंसिल नहीं पकड़ पाते थे, जिसके लिए हमने कुछ अडेप्टेशन बनाए ताकि यह बच्चा कुछ लिख सके और पढ़ सके। इसके लिए हमने अडेप्टेशन के रूप में आलू का इस्तेमाल किया और आलू में पेंसिल की सहायता से कुछ इस प्रकार से होल कर दिया और हमने इसमें पेंसिल को घुसाया। हमने पेंसिल के आगे वाले भाग में आलू को कुछ इस तरह सेट किया और बच्चे को पेंसिल पकड़ने को दिया। अब हमारा बच्चा प्रॉपर वे में पेंसिल पकड़ पाता है और लिख भी पाता है। इस एक्टिविटी को हमने कुछ महीनों तक कंटिन्यू रखा और इसे बच्चे से प्रतिदिन करवाते रहे। जिसके परिणाम स्वरूप अब हमारा बच्चा आसानी से प्रॉपर वे में पेंसिल पकड़ पाता है, उसके ग्रास्प डेवलप हो गए हैं और वह लिख भी पाता है।
Break-free solutions brought to you by EI Labs and Project Discovery. Partnered by Enable India, Trinayani Sethi Foundation.
Avoid potato, but actually this solution came from a mother. The teacher later she made the video and shot the video, but the mother was actually using it. She had nothing in her home. She didn't even know about grippers, MC, anything. So she just took a potato, made a hole, and made a grip for her son. That's the power of yoga.
So this particular solution came from the very rural part of India. So some places outer side of Ranchi, where equipments are not available, where solutions had to be jugadified. And this particular innovation has killed everybody in the world, because when your son cannot write, knowing that he has an intelligent mind, potential education things can be imparted in that person, you need to identify something to give the child the opportunity to participate as an equal. And that happened with this solution. They bake the potato in the sunlight so that it doesn't get rotten. They peeled off the potato day by day to make it thinner, and then they got rid of it. This is the grassroots that we all talk about.
Because we want solutions to be, buy them and then affordable and accessible so that everybody can replicate it. If I say a gripper or something to a very, rural, parent or mom, they will be like, where can I buy it? I don't have the money to buy also. And then, if I say you have potato, you can do it. So yeah. So this is the first. This is one of our very celebrity solution, I would say. Okay. Now for the first problem statement, I will share another video that.
Hello. Are you all well? This is regarding project discovery.
This is for the first problem statement of having being a wheelchair user and getting things.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, आज हम बात करने वाले हैं व्हील फ्रेम पाउच की। मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है जब हम अपनी लैब पर रखकर कुछ भी चलते हैं व्हीलचेयर यूजर्स, तो वो सामान या तो उड़ता रहता है, सामान बचाने के लिए टेढ़ी मेढ़ी व्हीलचेयर चलती है। इसका सोल्यूशन मैंने एक व्हील फ्रेम पाउच से निकाला। इस व्हील फ्रेम पाउच पे बहुत सारी पॉकेट्स हैं। इसे हम अपने व्हील के फ्रेम में, यानी जहाँ पे हमारे स्पोक्स होते हैं व्हील के, उनमें हम इन्हें बांध सकते हैं। इनमें बहुत सारे हम वेलक्रो के टैग लगा सकते हैं। ये एकदम जब हम इसे अपने इस पे बांध लेते हैं तो हम इसमें अपना कोई भी सामान रख सकते हैं, जैसे पेपर, सेल, ग्लासेस या कोई भी अपना स्टडी मटेरियल, जिससे ये सामान सारा हैंडी रहता है। हमें निकालना और रखना बहुत आसान होता है, हमें हमारी रीच में होता है, हमें किसी की हेल्प नहीं लेनी पड़ती और इस काम से हम अपना छुटकारा ले सकते हैं कि हम अपनी लैब पे सामान लेके चल रहे हैं। दोस्तों, मेरा नाम प्रज्ञा गिल्डियाल है। मेरा एक्सीडेंट 15 साल पहले हो गया था। मेरा रोड ट्रैफिक एक्सीडेंट है। मैं पैराप्लीजिया है मुझे, और मैं स्पोर्ट्स भी करती हूँ, इंटरनेशनल पैरा एथलीट हूँ। थैंक यू। दोस्तों, ये व्हील फ्रेम पाउच जब हम अपने कनेक्टर्स में एडजस्ट करते हैं, यानी जो रिम है और रिम के साथ जो टायर है उसके बीच में कनेक्टर्स होते हैं जो इन दोनों को जोड़ते हैं। जब हम
So it's like not, it's not making the barrier to wheel the wheelchair also. And I'd like to say that we have actually replicated the design. We have actually made the wheel frame pouch and gave it to some wheelchair users for user accessibility as well, and they are coming up with their feedbacks that okay, it should have multiple compartments. So one compartment some pen I can put, some one compartment for phone, one for a bigger compartment for a tab, or so they are coming up. So we are actually trying out with the solution someone has sent. Is it actually usable? So, like we said, now when we keep something in behind, so maybe I don't have the hand function to go behind and take it also. It's very difficult. Maybe, or it's very heavier, the wheelchair can flip sometime. So, but for some small, like we said, some materials, maybe tab, phone, pen, she is using that. And we actually went to a conference where I have actually put the wheel frame pouch in Dan's wheelchair, and he was carrying it, and I'm saying, okay, just explain to people that what you are carrying in your wheelchair. So we can make it very fancy, we can make the wheelchair frame very fancy also, so it can be a fashion statement as well. So,
as our next video gets aligned, just wanted to tell you, it's not only the graphics.
Hello, are you all?
What are the points that is going on, then that can be made into a product. This is something which is really important as well.
So these can be a product, but the potato is already there. The product is there. So yeah, this is for the third statement, like you said, like you answered that prosthetics are there, but someone who can't afford that, like this is a situation where you go ahead. So who can't afford to have a, so this is like
Highest paid entry level job in the
get this person.
সুলেখা বর্মন দিদির পাটা অ্যাক্সিডেন্টলি পাটা বাদ দিতে হয়েছে আর কি, অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হয়েছিল দিদির। দিদি এখানে 2009 সালে ভয়েস ওয়ার্ল্ডে এসেছে, কিন্তু উনি অদ্ভুত রকমভাবে এই ডিভাইসটাকে, চেয়ারটাকে ইউজ করে, যেহেতু ওনার ক্র্যাচ নেই সেই কারণে উনি এই ডিভাইসটা ইউজ করে উনি এদিক থেকে মানে যে কোনো কাজকর্ম, রান্নার কাজে তো হেল্প করে, রান্না তো করেনি উনি, বেসিক্যালি ভীষণ সুন্দর রান্না করেন, বাট এটা ইউনিক সলিউশন যে উনি চেয়ারটাকে ইউজ করে। সুলেখাদি চেয়ারটাকে, সুলেখাদি মানে ক্র্যাচের জন্য ওনার এক্ষেত্রে খুব সুবিধা হয় যে উনি চেয়ারটাকে ইউজ করে একটা পা দেখুন রেখে রেখে এভাবে আসছে, কাজের জন্য ইউজ করেন, মানে যেটা ওনার জন্য খুব সুবিধা হয়। ইভেন এখানে অনেক উঁচু জায়গা আছে সেটা উনি এভাবে পার করেন।
So again, we can see that.
Hello, are you all well? This is regarding project.
The mother of invention is a very important statement, and innovation, which is coming from the level of the user perspective, from the users, has to be initiated so that a method can be started, which I will talk about in the last segment. Now we'll go to the final video, last video.
For you, ma'am.
Hello everyone, I am Aditi, mother of Ishan.
Yes.
This is Ishan, and I am his mother, Dr. Aditi Bandyopadhyay. Now, Ishan being on the spectrum, autism spectrum disorder, like many other children on the spectrum, he used to have issues when he was young with his concentration, with fixing his attention, and had a natural impulse of standing up every now and then, even if he was eating, he was working, he was studying. At that time, I had a hard time to make him sit at one place, because there was a natural impulse of hyperactivity which used to make him stand up every now and then. So during that time, I figured out from one of the BBC videos which showed that ADHD kids in US, they were given bicycle pedals to work on while they were working on the table. So I devised an indigenous instrument at home. Just take a look. Here I'll show you that here we have placed a small ball underneath Ishan's feet, and Ishan, while working on his studies or while eating, he would move his ball. Koro nora otake? Yes, duto pa rakho. He used to place 2 of his feet on the ball and move it. So we developed this, and this had helped to develop a calming effect on him. And I would suggest that if this is practiced by placing a ball underneath the feet of someone who's on the spectrum or having ADHD, that helps to a big extent. And even when they grow up, if they are into employment, because this natural impulse of movement is kind of self-stimulation, is a stimming. Many of us also move our knees, and so if this kind of a ball is placed underneath.
So this person, the mother, is a doctor by and a doctor, kind of. She is a surgeon, and she came up with the solution. And isn't it wonderful? So now, what we have, just to summarize. I
have to say one thing, I'll come to you, ma'am. So while going there, I'll say that we actually have a colleague who always have pain in his hand, so that he fidgets with that pain all the time. And that is his calming strategy, and he can work properly. And when he is talking to me, he is fidgeting with his pain is with one hand. That is, like, that pain is his solution to calm himself down and work properly. Yes, ma'am.
That addresses the tactile issue, the sensory of tactile.
Yes.
For other different sensories, we
Yeah.
have to combine.
So, like, that is one statement that they have said that, thank you so much, ma'am. So, yes, next slide, please. So, then, go ahead.
Now, moving to the last part. Okay. The last part where we need to understand what is the solution. So, I have dyslexia. I will not follow the word by word, I cannot read it. But I will tell you that an assistive solution can be either be a product, process, or a program that helps a person with disabilities to overcome a barrier, their barrier. So this is the terminology that has to be standardized for assistive solution, because all the time when we talk about assistive solution, we think about a big expensive kind of computerish technology, high-tech thing. But assistive solutions comes under an umbrella, that's what we can see, that product, process and a program, anything can come under that umbrella, and it has to be standardized. Next slide, please.
It can be one product used like something else, like a potato, not for eating, for yes. So for summary, we can say that
For the summary, that we need to take the person along when we are making the solution. For the summary, that we can tell that we need to understand what is the actual problem statement, what is the actual need of the community, what is the actual need. Before even starting with the process of making a product, we go deep, we dive deep, understand, take it forward. Because without users, there is no way the sustenance would be a part. Next slide, please.
The third part, that is Rahi. Okay, then all yours.
Okay, thank you, Ruma. So now, how to go forward? Rahi. Okay. So co-creation is equal to sustainability, power of innovation, power of solution, and entrepreneurial mindset. So when we are talking about co-creation, as I was telling you previously, we need to understand that unless we find why I have put a picture of Sachin Tendulkar here. I am a big sports fan. Hopefully today India would cross kind of another 10 medals and cross 90 mark in Asian Games. So, but Sachin has a wonderful career that we all know, but he had a sustainable career. Starting from the 16 years of age, he continued his sports, which is taxing, till he was 40. That is amazing. That kind of sustainability can be taken only by including the power of solution, because the power lies in the grassroots level, because entrepreneurial mindset is something that may not be the strength statement or strength area of the innovators, because innovations part can be a separate part and entrepreneurial part can be a separate part, and intermingling all these factors we co-create the aspects which are need to be solved, whether it's essential to be solved, whether the solution is needed, whether it can be a sustainable feature, whether it should be a good business proposition also, because any of you here with an entrepreneurial mindset, if you want to sustain, you have to feed yourself first. Without feeding yourself, you cannot serve the society. So feeding yourself means that whether that solution can make the truth to the market. Okay. Now, this is something that I love talking about. So, need of co-creation, because at this point in time, we follow a pyramidal structure. Pyramidal structure to me means that we make the solution sitting on the top of the pyramid and not knowing the grassroots, the need of the grassroots. Even when we are working, we don't get to the actual users to test. How can a person without wheelchair need can be a wheelchair tester? How can be a person without having the issue of fidgeting things can understand what is to fidget? How can a person who needs a wheel frame pouch can understand the bodily need of spraining muscle every single day that Pragya stretches towards his back to collect something from the back pocket of the wheelchair? We cannot even imagine. The need of co-creation lies right there when the actual productification is being made. Okay, next slide.
Okay, I just like to add one point, and can I, like she said, that this pouch has been given to all of us, so it's very inaccessible, right? And she made the point, like, I forgot your name. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, please go ahead with your thoughts.
Hi everyone. Basically, when you have a pouch like this, it's a little difficult to hold constantly with your hand. And for anyone who's challenged in very different ways, whether it's motor skills or issues, I understand the tactility of the material and everything and how sustainable it is. But the very fact of holding it constantly and moving around, when you're in an unknown environment, it becomes difficult for us to navigate. And then we're giving an added pressure of holding on to something, which is another barrier. Something like a simple sling bag would have been a little more useful. Even if it's a... Yeah, I mean, this is just a thought of mine. If anyone agrees, I mean, that's great. If not, also I would love to learn more about it. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you. So taking the context from this discussion and taking the context from the last slide, you can see that two people stayed into the opposite sides. One is the entrepreneur, one is the innovator. So they need to see towards us. We need to turn their face towards us so that they can coexist, co-create and be sustainable together. So part of co-creation is a very important part, and we move on to the next slide with it. So the part of co-creation can be in three aspects. Toma, can you read and explain the first part, the grassroots part, grassroots approach?
Okay, so okay, if I am wrong, just go ahead because the grassroots approach is the people from the grassroots. So what problems they are facing and what the solutions they actually want. So I am creating something for them, but I am thinking on my own that okay, they need it, and maybe they don't even need that. So I am thinking for them. Don't think for them. The thinking should be by them, and I will work with them to make it a product. So that's, I think, so the ideas or the innovation or the solution should come from them, for them and by them.
Yes. So here in the grassroots part, we are getting down from top of the pyramid, going to the level of the grassroots. In this case, we are going to a village. We are going to the people. In a village, there could be a number of people with disability. We identify a problem statement. We see the approach that they are solving the problem with. And then after that, we make sure that it can go to the labs. You saw the first solution video in there. It can be productized. Program in-demand solution can be productized. There are any number of productable solutions here that has come from the grassroots level.
So like rather than make a product and then send it for accessibility testing, design the product with them. So don't like you have made a building, then that is not accessible. You have to tear down the building, broke down the building, and then make it accessible again. So you can make the building accessible from beginning. It will be cost effective as well, and it will sustain. The product will sustain also. So because there is a market for that. Otherwise, I have made something that is no one is using it. There is no market for it.
So after that, the community-based approach. You make a core connection with the community because you are belonging to the community. People are there in the disability sector, and that community is a very powerful community. It's a total percentage of population of the world. If we take the WHO number, it's 15% of total populations are people with disabilities. And keeping the community in the center is another way of keeping the person in the center to co-create the problem and understand the solution. Co-create the problem means that co-create the problem statement. Okay, because the problem statement is multi-layered. The first layer may not be understandable by us. We have to keep asking the question to the community that, okay, one particular commonality is there, you can see a particular pattern, you are just continuously validating that pattern of problem to make sure that the problem statement is proper for a group of people with a market size. And then you bring it up, curate the idea, prototype, then again you go back. Okay, this is a community approach. Individualistic approach is that, so my Abid has been a wonderful person who has, I can give Abid's example for the individualistic approach. Okay, Abid has seen me, because Abid and I have been friends for last 15 years. Okay, and Abid has a wonderful thing that he is a keen observant. He keeps on observing. So as he kept observing me, he found me struggling with things. And he came up with the questions, correct questions, that you are suffering with a low back pain? Yes, I am. You are suffering with breathlessness? Yes, I am. Can I keep a pillow below your lower back to support? Let's try it. Pillow was kept. My lower back issues are gone. So this particular individualistic approach can also be a part, and this individualistic approach can come to you from a shadow or a parents or a caregiver. Okay, and this is the key to our success, to the immortal treasure of co-creation from the grassroots and immortal. That's the reason, because when you stand on the grass and then you take the step forward, grasses would be there, and grasses will not perish. The next word of result will nurture them to make them stand again. So the people in the grassroots will always exist. Is how we change our mindset and make sure that we can make sure that we go to the people that need the product or services or any other thing to bring the actual need out of the community to cater to the $13 trillion economy that has been mentioned by the IMF and WHO, and how we can make that $13 trillion purple economy into a big bang thing in the next 75 years.